This is a 160 Q&A practice test. Plaintiff attorney, Mr. Easton, capital E-A-S-T-O-N. Defense attorney, Ms. MS period Morris, capital M-O-R-R-I-S. And we'll start with the plaintiff. Ready? All right. In terms of deciding to pick up both pallets at one time, was that a decision you made to try to do that? Misstates his prior testimony. I actually asked the driver because he knew what we were unloading. Can we lift? Can we take both at the same time? He said, yes, I don't see why not. Something to that effect. Exact words I don't recall. In terms of making a decision such as that to pick up 2 pallets at a time, you have the final say in whether you do that or not, correct? Argumentative, yes. Okay, so if a driver of a truck says, hey, why don't you take 2 loads, but you're looking at the loads and you don't think it's safe to do so. He did not say that. Okay, I asked if he thought we could do it because he knew what the loads were. He knew how they were stacked, how close they were together. I couldn't see beyond the first one. He said yes and guided my forks in. Did the driver know the weight of each one of those pallets? May call for speculation. In my opinion, he did know. But you don't know? I don't know what he knew. And you didn't ask about the weight? No. All right. We'll mark this as Exhibit 3 to the deposition, which is his statement. It's entitled Accident Report by Ron Ramos, 12:15 p.m. to 7:11. That will be Exhibit 3. Do you know of any witnesses to the incident? No. I see some people in the photograph. Do you recognize that third individual? Yes. You've identified yourself and the other driver, and there's another person standing in that photograph. Yes. I'm referring to Exhibit 2. Do you know who that is? Yes. What's his name? Sam Barrow. Who is Sam Barrow? He's an employee for Colton Industrial. Did you ask Sam if he saw the accident? No, but I know he wasn't there. What does Sam do for Colton Industrial? What's that? What does Sam do for Colton Industrial? He's a clerk in the store. He does a little bit of everything. Does he drive forklifts? Yes, he does. Does Colton Industrial have any type of cameras that record events going on in the area where this incident occurred? We have cameras. Recording in that area, I would say not. I don't believe so. They do have cameras inside the yard and inside the building, but it's out in front. I don't believe so. All right, what is the material located on the ground in this area? Is it asphalt? Is it just dirt? It's basically just dirt, gravel. On the day of the accident, were you aware of any cracks in the surface of that area? It does have some cracks where I was at exactly. I don't recall a problem. Were you reprimanded in any way by Colton Industrial because of this accident? No. I believe that's all I have. I'll pass. Okay, Mr. Ramos, thank you for being here today. I will introduce myself. I am Chris Morris. I represent Winter Insurance Company, which paid the workers' compensation benefits to Mr. Trask. Okay, so you know why I'm here. Okay. I'm going to be jumping around, filling in some blanks or some questions I have regarding the testimony that you just gave. So if I lose you, let me know and I'll back up so you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, thank you. One of the last questions is whether you received a reprimand. The answer was no. However, did you receive any additional forklift training from Colton after this accident? Yes. And what kind of training did you receive? Object as to relevancy, but you can go ahead and answer. All the employees, including myself, went through a training question and answer on the job handling of the forklift, had an instructor that manually took each one of us through it, and we were all issued a license, which Colton Industrial holds the license for all 4 or 5 of us. Was it an outside trainer that came to do the forklift training? Yes. Do you know the name of that company or individual? I don't recall. Okay, and how long did that training last? Was it during a day, half day, 2 weeks? How long did the training take? Yes. Oh, approximately 2 hours. And is that per employee or is that total training for all of the employees? I'm going to say all of us put together. Okay, and did you see a video or did you read a pamphlet to take a test? We saw a video, he discussed it with us, and then we took a test. Then we went outside and each one of us operated the forklift with him watching. He pointed out different things, different ways of doing things. Basically, that was the training. Okay, can you give me a bullet point list of the issues that training addressed specifically? Incomplete, vague, and ambiguous may call for speculation. Overbroad assumes facts. Do you understand what my question is? Yeah. Okay. Basically, I do, I believe. Well, the weight limits and all that about the forklift and the basic operation of the forklift, and then the techniques that are recommended in operating the forklift. Of course, all the safety, as far as seat belts and looking back over your right or left shoulder when backing up, alarms when backing up, things of that nature. Okay, and do you recall the specific training you received on weight limits, what they told you? It's whatever size forklift you're operating, so within those limits. Okay, and there was one forklift only at Colton, correct? Correct. Did they tell you what the weight limit on that particular forklift was? I believe he did state it. It's posted right on the forklift, and it's 5 ton, I believe, if I recall right. And you also told me they issued a license. Is that correct? They issue you a forklift operator's license, okay, but the company Colton Industrial holds those licenses for all the employees. Each one gets one, but they hold it at the store. They have the license. I don't carry one. They have it on the store property at all times. Do you know who issues those licenses? Whether it's the state of California or a county or no, may call for speculation. As far as I know, it's the instructor. Okay, and you said earlier, I believe you received a license way back when? All right, the word list. Ramos, capital R-O-N, new word, capital R-A-M-O-S. Sam Barrow, capital S-A-M, new word, capital B-A-R-R-O-W. Colton Industrial, capital C-O-L-T-O-N, new word, capital I-N-D-U-S-T-R-I-A-L. Winter Insurance Company, capital W-I-N-T-E-R, capital I on insurance, capital C on company. Mr. Trask, T-R-A-S-K. And that will do it for the word list. And that will conclude our 160 Q&A practice test.